What does an artist have to sacrifice to become as successful as Beyonce? Beyonce herself has described fame as sometimes feeling like a prison. She also publicized, dismissed Illuminati theories. But maybe selling your soul isn't some secret ritual happening behind closed doors. Maybe it's something more real. Maybe it's allowing the music industry to take your talent, your image, your private life, your entire identity, and turn it into a product. Because when you become as famous and valuable as Beyonce, where do the real person end and the billion-dollar brand begin? I'm saying tonight we not discussing conspiracy theories. We breaking down the real sacrifices artists make for success, and asking you and asking one uncomfortable question: what was the real price Beyonce paid for fame? But before we go any further, my name is Klasic from Klasic Live. I'm a music producer / content creator. Work with the likes of 50 Cent, will.i.am, Kendrick Lamar, Kid Ink, Crooked Eye, Razzcast. The list goes on and on. But I'm with the homie OG Corn Dog. I need y'all to do two things. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Make sure y'all get us in the algorithm. You feel me? All y'all gotta do is just hit the button. It isn't really nothing to show y'all support, man. We on the road to we on the road to 500 subscribers, man. So y'all make sure y'all get in tune with us. But tonight we got Nino Brown, and he raises the question of whether Beyonce was willing to sell her soul for fame. But I believe the music industry's version of selling your soul may be more far realistic than any secret ritual. Now, it can mean sacrificing your privacy until living a normal life becomes impossible. It can mean surrendering creative freedom because every decision must protect contracts, partnerships, employees, and a billion-dollar brand. It can strain personal relationships because the career always demands more time, discipline, and loyalty. It can also mean losing control of your public identity. The audience, media, record labels, and business partners begin deciding who they believe you are. Eventually, the public may know the brand before they even know the actual person. You feel me? Like Beyonce's success also requires years of intense training, perfectionism, sacrifice, and constant reinventation. That level of greatness doesn't actually happen accidentally, but maintaining it may create another kind of prison. When the world expects perfection every time you appear, you're no longer simply making music, you're protecting an empire. So maybe Beyonce didn't sell her soul to become famous. Maybe she sacrificed part of her normal life to build something so powerful that Beyonce, the person, could no longer be separated from Beyonce, the product. Hey, bro, I'm gonna need you to check the mic too, bro. Yes, sir. Hey, so I don't know if you've seen this video recently, but like, did you see her sitting on the lap of this music producer?
No, this is recently of her sitting on a producer,
Yeah, yeah.
like
That's what
last
kind of
week recently.
like 2 days ago recently, bro. Like
Oh,
yeah. Well,
oh,
the footage came out recently, but it happened when she was around 20 years old. And
oh, okay.
the producer was somebody that knew Michael Jackson, and he got her on the phone, but they had a situation where he was like, yeah, hey, come sit in my lap, so you could talk to Michael Jackson. And a lot of people was looking at that kind of weird because all he had to do was just tell her, hey, sit right here and I get up while you talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people thought it was kind of strange, you feel me, for her to have to sit in this guy's lap while they conduct some type of business. So we got Nino Brown talking about this situation, and I seen a little bit of this video, and it kind of make you question like what was all this about and why she had to sit on this dude lap the way that she did.
hmm, yeah. And when you said that, you said earlier, I don't want to talk about some type of conspiracy theory, but when you say it like that, why is she sitting in this man's lap? She's grown, he's grown. Why you got to sit in the lap, in her lap? I mean, his lap to talk to Michael Jackson. But when you think about the conspiracy theory of it, it's like, she's sitting in his lap because it's a ritual or in some kind of way of her draining or attaching his demon to her in some sort of way. You know what I mean? Just thinking conspiracy theory wise, because when you really think about it, she's grown. That's
Yeah,
totally
she 20.
inappropriate. I'm sure this dude was probably old as dirt, and most of those guys that's old as dirt and got money like that and power are a bunch of perverts. So that could be the case right there too. You know what I mean? The sacrificial part of it is, hey, like you said, she sacrificed a lot just to get where she's at. Real life type sacrifice, time, money, time away from your family, uh, all that, dude. You're dedicating everything to your music, your craft. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
you
like you
talk about
said, time away from family, not going
yeah,
out to party with friends, like
right,
all that.
right.
Like she started singing around the age of 7, so all those things. Hey, can I go out with my friends and play? Or they're going to the mall and all that stuff. Like she didn't really experience that type of shit.
Yeah, you know why? Because dad was like Joe Jackson, or he wasn't like Joe Jackson. He wasn't out there with the doing the doing the wrong things, I should say. uh, but he was owner in that way of like you're gonna be famous, and when you really think about it, I mean, if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't be where she's at now. Let's just say that because he gave her that drive, and and he was the boss, and she listened. You know what I'm saying? So by the time she became 16, she became one of the biggest stars in the world. You know what I mean? Early on. And continued the crown of being the queen. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I would say. You know what I mean? But you talk about sacrificing ritualistic type stuff or being passed on, um, attending Diddy parties, and other white parties besides his. You know what I mean? Who knows what was really going on? All we hear are just the rumors. And when you really think about it, man, some of these rumors be turned out to be true because that's why Diddy is in the place where he at right now. We all knew this. They just didn't know it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said right here, we all know what's going on. They just don't know what's going on. The people that's blind to it, or the fact of even thinking that that's possible. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Hey,
that's my
like
point.
the thing is that all right, we know what people think, like as far as the theories of the people that end up losing their lives behind certain shit or whatever. But have it ever like crossed your mind, like, do you think that some of these people, like selling your soul, could actually partake in the fact of you going against what you know what's your actual moral compass? Like, like
Right.
people like Cardi, not Cardi Red, or Cardi Red, like Sexy Red. Like people say, like low key, she don't even really act like that type of way behind the scenes, but she give out this whole hoochie mama hood rat ghetto aesthetic that's being sucked up by the masses. And once you're part of these labels, they kind of pitch those. You like honestly, when we think about when she was talking about her period, lipstick, and all this other stuff, Do you think that was actually a part of her thought, or these groups that come together and come out with these marketing plans and all this other stuff? You don't think that they'll say, hey, well, let's have her push this brand or whatever it is? Like, at the end of the day, I don't think a lot of these artists have control of their careers to accept the amount of money, the millions of dollars that they accept. And I know that's why I said before, like, we talked about the pressures of the industry. Yes, a lot of people don't say anything to rock the boat because they don't want to mess up where they're getting their money from. So you might even think like, damn, why are they trying to make me, sell some period blood and gonorrhea type of named lip gloss, but you're gonna go along with it because you're getting that paycheck afterwards. So that could be part of quote unquote selling your soul, because you don't agree with that, but you're constantly pushing this message to the masses. So, you know what I'm saying? This, I think, is really deeper than the surface level of people have to lose their life to get to where they're going to. And we got a couple of comments. So we got Splashy saying corn dog golfer outfit. Brian says, make like the LAPD and follow Klasic like he's a black man strolling in Beverly Hills.
Yo,
State, what's up? Klasic and OG. Brian also said she was sitting on his lap or his face. It makes all the difference. She was sitting on his lap, bro. It was on his lap. And if she was sitting on his face, I don't think we'd have been able to see the video as as widespread as this video then gone. Now, Brian also said, theory-wise, it's a shadow of dominance. Beyonce was groomed by her dad to be an invaluable resource, a resource everyone wants to control. He also said Beyonce stole all the legit energy and talent of Destiny's Child and used it to raise herself up and out of reach. He knew she could only go so far with her talent. She had to become something more. Hey, now, hey, you kind of spot on with that. Yeah, let's kind of get into this video a little bit, and before we can kind of form some more opinions and everything. Now, this video is by Nino Brown, and it says, was Beyonce willing to sell her soul for fame? So let's go.
Check this out.
All right, here we go. Come on over here. Here, you can do. You want to sit up? You want to make this easier? You can sit on my lap. Michael. Hi. Okay, we're in. Okay. All right, we're in the studio, and I have Beyonce sitting on my lap, and I'm gonna put you on speakerphone.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone to talk to her, and give. Okay, you're shaking. Okay, you ready? Okay, hold on.
Oh no, I'm gonna pass up.
Michael.
Yes, Mark.
Here we go. I have Beyonce here.
Hi.
Hi, Beyonce.
How you doing?
Well, good. I really appreciate you doing this because we're giving back.
I'm very honored. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
But thank you. Brad Buxer is putting
Whoa.
down the track now.
Right here, Michael.
Brad,
Yes.
you're putting down the track now.
Yep.
Yeah, Beyonce's gonna go in the studio and lay it down now, and you're gonna give her inspiration.
Michael, when she was listening to the track, she fell in love with it immediately.
Yes, I did. I love it.
You did?
Yeah,
Yes.
immediately, Michael.
It's wonderful.
She lit up. I mean, immediately from the very first line of the first verse.
But please don't, Beyonce. My voice.
Your voice sounds great.
You sound.
He was getting over the flu when we recorded
His
this.
voice.
You know, the flu. I had the
And-
flu.
This is only his demo track for
That's how his voice sounds when it's
Mm-mm.
when he has the flu.
Well, it sounds wonderful.
does.
And the first line, I screamed. Literally, I screamed.
And
Michael
she's,
talking
you know,
slow.
These guys can sing. I mean, she's gonna nail this. This is great. So we're
Yes, in
happy.
Mac
The
Daddy
vibe couldn't
mode.
be any better.
Let's get going.
Nah,
All right,
All
let's
right.
get going.
that's
Love
that
you,
other
Michael.
stuff.
I love you too.
All right,
Bye.
talk to you later, Michael.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so you said it's the other stuff, man. What are you talking about, man?
Man, I heard Mike speak earlier before when he was loading on that the propofol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like he was induced right there when he was speaking right in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like those other videos that I heard when he was, you know, intoxicated. I guess off of it. You know what I mean?
Could be. They
Uh,
they said he was under the weather, so
yeah. Well, it sounded like that propofol, man. Like you could hear it the way he was talking. He
yeah.
was dragging. You know what I mean? But the whole point of this is why. I mean, I see that it was a regular phone, office phone there, old school. I mean, is that why? I mean, why she had to sit down though? Because
That part.
the gentleman like is to stand your ass up and let the lady have the seat. And like I said, these old guys that be in the music industry, that dude was the perfect picture of a pervert. If you didn't see, the good dude was bald on top, hair growing on the side. Looked like he had a overgrown t-shirt on. It was musty and stinky, and had on some sweats probably. I don't know. I didn't check that part out. Perverts be wearing them sweats. Sit on my lap. Okay. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. That didn't look right. It didn't look right. It didn't. She a grown woman. Hey, come over here. Sit on my lap. Why? Who is this guy? As a matter of fact, and what was how much power he got as a producer?
Well, he produced a couple of Michael Jackson films and everything, so he got some established credits. The
Oh,
question that I had was how come it was just only Beyonce there? Like, I'm pretty sure at that time she was part of Destiny Child.
mm-hmm.
So why was she singled out to be this person? I know they was working on a record and everything, but why was she kind of singled out to, to have this phone conversation with Michael? And why did she have to end up sitting on this dude's lap? Like, yeah, we all know that she's a young woman, 20 years old at that time, but it was kind of strange for that to actually happen.
Hmm.
Brian says, sounds like they were in control of Mike and Beyonce, the house ninja and the house ninja S on his lap while looking over his plantation. Yikes. Man, that's
Mm.
hey, Brian is not coming to play today, man. This dude put it out there, man. But like that's what I'm saying. It's like these are the type of things that they do to you in the industry. They put you in funny positions, and if you choose to refuse, then that's how you get on this list. As far as like, if she was the type of person I was like, no, I'll just stand here, they'll be making a mental notes of, oh, okay, she's not with the BS. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of
right, right,
difficult to
right,
work
right,
with.
right,
And
right.
next thing you know, word of mouth is going to travel to where it's like, oh, you don't want to possibly work with her because, you know what I'm saying, she do this and do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, low key, it's not necessarily somebody have to lose their life as far as selling their soul, but if you lose your moral compass just to gain fame and all that stuff, that's basically the same stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. That really does, man. You know what I mean? Because she's a traditional. She's. I get that she has Jesus in her life. Let's just say it like that. You know what I mean? The moral part of it, and then I think of the part of she was trained, sort of like media trained in a way. You know what I'm saying? And I guess for like don't mess up your opportunities by saying no. You know what I mean? Um, Young, talented, uh, was on the top of her game when she came out. Um, and to remain on top, you got to be a little friendly,
Of course.
I guess. You know what I mean? You like you have to be a little bit more than friendly. Talking about sitting on laps. So what's next? What does it evolve to next? You know what I'm saying? Like, and after that, because I didn't heard the stories, man. You know, the white parties and her being sacrificed for the better, I guess. You know what I mean? The Diddy parties, all that. I didn't heard it all. I don't know if it's true or not. Probably have to ask Jaguar Wright for that. She'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, man, I mean, when you really think about it, man, like the music industry, especially being that high upon the echelon of her career and the industry itself, you know what I'm saying? You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. That's
And
all
I
I'm
was,
saying.
and I was about to say that's exactly why I wanted to actually talk about this, because you get a lot of people that get on the internet and they speak as if they know exactly what's going on, but they're guessing just like we're guessing. And one of the things that I can say is actually more feasible from stuff that I've seen and stuff that we can actually prove as evidential fact is, yes, a lot of people are pressured into doing things that they don't want to actually do. And the reason why is they don't want to lose their fame, they don't want to lose their money. So they end up getting cornered. Like you said, like you seen her getting on this dude lap and then going along to get along. And there's a lot of that happens in the music industry. Telling somebody no is like one of the worst things that you can do. Even if you have all the rights to say that, people want you to do any and everything that they tell you to do. So my thing with Beyonce, there's a lot of questionable imagery that's been put out there. The question is she the one that's responsible behind it or not? Like, and I think a lot of the time, if people are placed with a scenario of, hey, we're gonna put you in this picture, it's gonna look like you have blood all over yourself and look like you're praising Satan or whatever it is. And if there was question with, hey, is this going to sell money or is it not going to sell money? If they figure it's going to sell money, 9 times out of 10, the people are going to be with it and go with it. Like, it's so many people, like, there's so many people on this internet that you think are actually beefing, but it's all manufactured and curated. We can go down a list of people that's celebrity personalities that's on the internet, and we would think that they have beefs, but behind closed doors, they calling each other making plays. Hey, I'm about to dish you and this and that. It's all about sales and numbers. So what will get people up in an uproar faster than you doing something quote unquote demonic, or the imagery that you have is kind of unsettling? Like if you had this regular outfit, nobody's going to talk about it. But let you have some type of symbolism behind your shit going on, then yes, any and everybody's going to talk about that shit. And at a certain point of your career, you can't fight every allegation of what people throw out there. Now, we don't, like, at the end of the day, all of us, even Jaguar Wright, a lot of us don't know exactly what's going on, bro. Like some of this stuff, it kind of looks like this and it can be that. But for the most part, a lot of people are saying stuff that they heard from somebody else and not actually seen it with their own eyes. Now, unless we're talking about some Alex Jones type of shit, to where we seen people go to the Bohemian Grove. Yeah. Like if it's on that type of level, then you can actually have proof of what's going on. But a lot of this stuff is very he say, she say. So what I can speak on is actual stuff that we can pinpoint and see certain people do certain things in the industry. I can look up so many different interviews of people saying like how they got blacklisted because they felt like they were being difficult when they was trying to put them into a situation that they wasn't really actually feeling like that. So that's something that we can prove. Now, all this other conspiracy theory stuff, that isn't necessarily more provable. It's kind of up in the air until we got actual facts of what's going on and people actually saying this is it is what it is, basically. Brian said, if they see and can take advantage of someone of the smoke glass persuasion, they'll do it in a heartbeat. It's the story of Icarus. She flew way too close to the sun and ended up getting burnt. But instead of being crashing and burning, she rose up like a phoenix and became a music goddess. The only problem his a goddess is only what bro? The only problem a goddess is only stays a goddess with sacrifices or morals, ethics, and what? Brian, what you doing? What's what's that shit? The text to speech?
Only problem is a goddess is only stays a goddess with sacrifice of morals, ethics, and conscience.
All right. Yeah, the beginning of it is kind of confusing and everything.
Yeah, see, I got to put my glasses on for that.
Yeah, but hey, if you can, Brian, elaborate on that. But hey, let's get back to this video though.
Oh, that was sad.
He gets very emotional over this project. I mean,
I'm happy I talked to him. I want to do a little.
What if you could?
Yeah, she uncomfortable. That's why she got up.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's something that I'm pretty sure she didn't want to do. But you're not gonna rock the boat,
right?
Get deeper. Check this out.
What's up? This is Beyoncé on the red carpet with one of the hottest female artists out here, Miss Aaliyah. How you doing, girl?
It's so good to see you again.
You too. She's just looking fabulous. What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing Gucci shoes. Gucci. Got a little Indian jewelry working.
Oh, that is hot. All right.
You.
Now you've been working it with these movies. Were you nervous?
Very nervous, but I'm real happy. It's something I've wanted for a long time, so to finally make that transition, it's great.
You're doing another movie this summer, right?
Hopefully things work out. Everything will be rolling.
That's great. What are you looking forward to seeing
tonight?
Yes.
I want to see D'Angelo perform.
Girl, I'm with you because you know he's fine.
He's fine. He's hot.
Now, Leah ain't know she was being interviewed by her replacement. They had to sacrifice Aaliyah in order to put Beyonce in place. Jay-Z was with Aaliyah before he got with Beyonce. And that video before that, Beyonce sitting on Satan's lap doing a sacrifice. That's why Michael Jackson talking about we got to give back. They sacrificing. This the dog, the money that be going on in that Illuminati, in that music industry. That's why I got up at that shit. Let me tell you something. Y'all got to be careful.
Now, one thing I want to say, shout out to Nino Brown for doing this video and everything. But that's one thing I kind of noticed. Like, you know, you get a lot of these people that don't have necessarily thriving careers that they wanted. And then now it's, hey, I got out of the industry because they did it was too devilish and all this other stuff. And I'll be 100% honest with you. That's only like the down there 5%. 9 times out of 10, a lot of these people were exiled out of the industry to where, hey, I didn't want to be there anyways. So it's easy for you to say that I didn't want to be a part of something that you're not actually invited to. So that's one thing I actually want to say about that. Nino Brown definitely be spitting a lot of game, got a lot of wisdom and shit like that. But one thing I do think about a lot of people that's not in the industry anymore, if they could be in the industry to where they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars and $1 million contracts just off of effortless work and shit like that, people would do it. So I think that's something that a lot of people say to try to, I guess, minimize the fact that, you know, their career hasn't been that prosperous like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you got anything to say about that?
I mean, I can't add on too much on that right there, man. It's just that I was just looking at the fact of how fast Beyonce hopped up out of his lap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I noticed that right there. She was like, you know what I'm saying? Because you see this guy right here, she's sitting on his lap, and in the next clip, she's talking about D'Angelo. So how you think she really felt? Because if that was D'Angelo, shit, who knows if she probably would have just been sitting in his lap. You know what I'm saying? She probably been hugged up with him. You feel me?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and like the dude said, he looked like Satan. He was right about that. Perfect picture, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like the guy that drive the white van and be close to schools. You know, that's the way he looked to me. And the way he said, sit in my lap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I'm not gonna lie, that was very off-putting and creepy as hell.
Yeah, that's very creepy right there, dude. She's a young lady. You got receding hair. You know, who knows? You're probably 30 and you look 50. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? You know what I mean? But he looked real creepy to me. That's what I can say. And I just, like I said, I noticed how the way she hopped up, it was like she kind of ran. Kind of hopped up and ran away, like it turned around. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm glad that's over with.
Man, hey, now that I think about it, I'm trying to think. Hutch from Above the Law. You know what I'm saying? No, was it Hutch or Cole 187? I think it was Cole 187 because that's the dude that's actually a producer, and he was one of the people that was saying he never had to deal with no funny ass, industry type of stuff or whatever. So
I don't think they was gonna test him.
Yeah. So the question is, can you actually be successful in the music industry without giving in to these white parties and all this other stuff, or everybody have to do those types of activities?
Yeah, that make you really think, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they don't like to hear the word no. You know what I'm saying? It's like forbidden in their language. You know what I'm saying? So they expect everybody to be down with the program, and probably already got it registered to their handlers as if don't say no to these guys. You know what I mean? It's gonna be bad for you. You know what I mean?
Noriega had that one clip not too long ago, a couple years back, how he was talking about they was offering him these different deals, and he had the choice to go through different doors. So in order to get to a certain level in your career, then they think that's when all the funny stuff start happening. So to be honest with you, that sound actually possible, to where in order to be this Hollywood darling, to where you're getting all these different, because the thing is like a lot of these people get these placements, they get these positions, they get these roles because of who they know. It's not necessarily based off of talent. They get these opportunities because, hey, you're cool with so-and-so, so let me give you this job to where this is going to lead to more jobs. And the thing is like, I believe like, that once you want to get to that certain plateau to where you're one of these household names and everybody know who you are, yeah, you might have to do something funny, because at the end of the day, the music industry is just an industry just like every other place. If anybody that's watching this video, if y'all had a regular job and y'all seen how people click up and how people develop their own groups, the music industry is the same way. It's very, what have you done for me lately? Is very high schoolish of, if you're not cool with this person, then I'm not cool with them, to where it's monkey see, monkey do type of shit. So that's why a lot of bullshit go on in the industry, to where people keep their lips shut because they don't want to mess up where their bread is buttered. You feel me? So yeah, it's the music industry. I can't say all of it is bad, but there's some bad people that's in it. Brian said there's always a casting couch somewhere, and that's some real shit. There's always going to be somebody that's in a position of power that's willing to compromise people morality whenever they feel like they can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like how many times we have seen different actors get caught up in legal situations because they went too far with their authority. They thought since they're popular and famous that they can just do whatever, spit in people's face and no type of consequences. But you're not above the law. And sometimes when you have influence and power, people feel like they can do whatever they can. So yeah, these record execs and shit like that, yeah, it's a lot of shit that be going on to where you would definitely have to be questioning, is this the right thing to do? So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of ego involved with that too.
Oh, of course. You
know what I mean? Yeah, that's a yeah. That has something to do with it, and for some strange reason, they have to contain the power by humiliating others.
Yeah. I heard that like in this one documentary called The Money Masters, and it was saying like basically what do people have to gain once they become these millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire motherfuckers? The next thing, since they accomplished the art of mastering money, they want to start manipulating and mastering people's lives. That's why some of them think that it's funny to dingle some dollars in front of them. Hey, you know, do the Dubai trips. The people that go over to Dubai for some quick cash, look at the things that they have to do for that cash. And it involves a lot of humiliation for $10,000, a Birkin bag and all that shit. But then you'll be coming back to the States questioning your livelihood and why did you do that? So that's the same shit that go on in the music industry. You get these people that's in position of power that never really had authority like that, and once they get an authority position, they start abusing it. So like this, like the thing is, it isn't new. It isn't new. It's been going on for a long time. Shit, I've seen a lot of funny ass shit, but then at the end of the day, you don't have to partake in that type of stuff. Like you can definitely say no. You might not be invited everywhere, but you just got to be prayed up and put your talents first. You feel me? Because your talents definitely get you more places than just fucking being a yes man. Let's get back to it though.
All right.
Thinking that you could jump in the industry and play with these spiritual forces and these demonic and dark rituals and think that you could just take their money and you gonna walk away with your soul. Don't work like that. Them demons in that industry. What if that was an AI call before AI came out back in the 90s? You think AI just coming out, man? Them people been experiencing with AI. They just releasing it to us because they done found a way to control that shit. It's all demonic. Think about what I'm saying. That's why when you open up your ChatGPT app, it say, ask me anything. We used to ask God anything, but now you talking to the God of this world. And see these sacrifices that these people doing to get in position. Beyonce used to be a quiet church girl out there in Houston. Used to serve the Lord. Used to be in the army of the Lord. But what happened? She jumped in that goddamn industry. They appointed her with Jay-Z. They demonic goddamn priest, the highest of the goddamn rappers, made her the highest of the goddamn singers, and they got y'all falling, talking about y'all with the beehive. Y'all gonna be burning in hell with the bees, man. Don't make no sense, man. This the dog demonic shit that be going on in that goddamn industry. You got to get that enemy something. You got to remember that Lucifer is the god of music. He control all this. He appoint and anoints who he may choose. And you lose your soul in the end. And that's what's going on. And when you see these people go so high, when you see these people make so much money, you'll make billions of dollars being righteous. That's too much money. You done stole from somebody. You done sacrificed something for somebody. You done gave up somebody. This ain't no coincidence. This by design. This is Lucifer playing. Lucifer was an angel that played music in heaven. He sung a song that nobody can turn their hand from. What you think they doing on this here earth? Jay-Z get on that goddamn stage, everybody whole but throwing up the goddamn pyramid. That's demonic. Beyonce up there got y'all falling out, forgetting y'all got rent due and bills due, paying all the goddamn money to go to her goddamn.
I ain't gonna lie. Bro is speaking. Before we continue though, I need y'all that whatever that y'all watching on, make sure y'all hit that like, retweet, follow. I see the numbers going up, so we need to get more people up in here. Make sure that y'all hit that like, follow, subscribe, retweet, bookmark, whatever it is to make sure we get in the algorithm. I definitely appreciate that for everybody that done so far. Brian said, well, you said something, bro?
I said, and stay tapped in once you subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brian said, you're told to be the yes person to get somewhere, but then you forget you can say no at any time. He also said power corrupts. And then he said, I met Beyonce once at LAX during Destiny Child era. She wasn't all that good looking, just average. Beyonce is average. Oh Lord, you about to have a beehive about to attack you, brother.
Oh man,
I'm
seen her on a bad day.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Beyonce, she look good. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like, oh my god, like, oh yeah, she look nice though. Like, hit that like Ike hit Tina Turner. Damn, bro. Brian, chill. Brian, chill, gang.
Yo.
But yeah, man. No, Beyonce, she looked nice. Like the crazy part about it is, like, I think Beyonce looked better than Rihanna, but everybody be on Rihanna about, like, I don't know. Rihanna got some pretty eyes and stuff, but it is what it is. It's kind of like tomato. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, when you got money, you can afford to look good or whatever.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Glorilla, Cardi B. I think Cardi B done a little bit too much with her plastic surgery and shit.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. I'm not gonna even lie, man. I seen a video, a picture of bro Rilla in a dress. Yo, in a dress. I'm talking about fixed up, wig, pretty makeup on. I was like, yo, girl had curves, bro. She was over there shape, bro. I was like, am I looking at? I'm like, nah, is it? Man, you didn't see that picture?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh man, yo, she was shaped up, bro.
I'm not
what you doing, girl? You picked the wrong side of the fence.
I'm telling you, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Money can sure do a lot. She was looking kind of, rough and rugged as a stud, but then once she got glammed up and all that shit, she was looking, she was definitely looking smashable.
I mean, I seen Young M.A. glammed up, and I'm like, I'm good.
She was glammed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Young M.A., she low key a little bit too rough and shit, bro.
I know, but she got glammed up and it was still looking rough.
Damn, I ain't see that.
Yeah. There's a picture out there of her like that, but when I seen Bro Rilla, I was like, nah. I'm like, damn, girl got hips. No, she got hips on her. She shaped. Sorry, I have to say it.
Hey, that's why people be saying makeup and all that shit is straight witchcraft, bro, because motherfuckers be looking like totally different people and shit.
Oh shit.
Man. Hey, Monkey Ball, what's the word with you, bro? What'd you say, Brian? Rodney, wait, what? He said
Brian is on one.
He said instead of Tina Turner, you talking about Rodney King then, huh? Damn.
Oh god damn.
You talking about beating up that like button for sure. Damn. You got to be careful. Too many chicks with these sticks these days. Oh damn, bro. Chill, man. Chill. But no, man. Yeah, Beyonce, she definitely she's pretty cool. The thing is that when you get to those levels and shit like that, is no way that somebody could actually you'll be fighting day in and day out, denouncing everything that people try to associate you with. Now, did she make things any better? Like, to be honest with you on some real shit, if you want to talk about it, a lot of these people, once they accumulate a lot of money, they let that get to their head to where they believe that they're God themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not.
We got one right now doing that.
Who?
Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye, that's a whole nother project with him,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm
Like
just saying that much power and that much money got him thinking that he's a god for real.
shit, he even said it himself. Like, I don't know if he was speaking metaphorically as far as music and shit like that, but
I think he believes it.
yeah. So, like, you know what? The thing is with Kanye, is he changing who he is, or the fact that he has the type of money to where he can expose who he is now? Because all they say money just amplify that person. So we seen
Mm-hmm.
Kanye before he
Right.
blew up. We seen how arrogant and cocky he was
Right.
before.
Right.
And now
Right.
that you this ultra millionaire, you're gonna be super cocky and thinking
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Well. Yep. Yep.
so like I don't know, that I think that's questionable. He did say some things to where you can definitely say like, oh well, he said it himself. He think that he's a god and everything, but like that's like I said, that's a whole nother conversation. But to go back to the root of it, like yeah, when people obtain a certain amount of money, they kind of lose their moral compass when it comes to religion, and they start thinking that they're the person that's making everything happen. So I've seen different articles where they talked about that Beyonce might believe in some other type of stuff or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody isn't just a Christian like that. You got people that say, "Oh, I'm praying to my old ancestors and it's voodoo," and you got white magic and black magic and all that shit or whatever it is. So, like, it gets more complicated than people just dying. Honestly, shit. Like people could be praying to these deities that you don't know who the fuck they praying to. So my thing is, I don't think that they're above anything, but I'd rather think about it from more of a point to where we can kind of prove it. Now,
Right.
I don't
Right.
necessarily think that these are that they're the people that's pushing this agenda out there. If anything, I think that they're just going along with it because we see a lot of people, just like how she was going along sitting in that guy's lap. That could be the same thing that's going on with their career. Like a lot of the times people are just going along for the ride. They're not necessarily the people that's out there so you telling me that they're taking time to write songs, then they're taking time to have these subliminal images in their videos, and they're taking time to go to these photo shoots and subliminally wear these certain outfits and shit like that. No, it's a machine that's putting all that stuff together.
Yeah.
And the question is, when an artist become a global brand, are they still controlling the machine, or does keeping the machine alive eventually be controlling them? So it's kind of complicated because yes, these people are of the industry, but as far as people being unalived and all this stuff, for whatever fame, I don't think that that's the only thing that goes on, and is low key kind of deeper than that. And you got to look at the fact that it's a business, it's $1 billion brand at stake, and they're in it for the money. Brian said, "Red flag. Who named their kid Blue Ivy?" That's funny. Brian also says Kanye just needs to stay on that lithium, and little Bigfoot, and like Bigfoot, often talked about but seldom seen. What happened with the story of Jay-Z slapping that chick in the elevator? You talking about
That chick.
when he was
That was
getting
his
slapped
sister.
up? Yeah,
When he was getting slapped up. Yeah.
by Beyonce, by Solange.
Yeah, but
Now,
yeah.
apparently for cheating. So
she was serving him too.
Yeah,
she was serving him.
Trying to do all that Tybo shit Nas was talking about, blocking and all that. Nah, it
Man,
wasn't
she
working
was
like that.
She was serving him, bro.
Man, Beyonce is definitely into astrology and numerology. I wouldn't put that past it. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people believe that Jesus Christ isn't just the main person people worship. Like and it is what it is. And I believe the further people get away from being broke and stuff like that, the more that they start searching other beings for the reason of their success and everything. So like this conversation can really go deep as far as like people and their beliefs and shit like that. But I just like honest. No, I'm not even gonna say that. Let's finish up this video and let's keep it going.
Concert. That's a trans. Think about what I'm saying. They by design. The enemy won't control.
Oh, you heard was trans, and that got you like
goddamn concert. That's a trans. Think about what I'm saying. They by design. The enemy won't control and manipulation over your soul, and you giving it to him by serving these demonic entities that he's putting in front of you because he got control of them. But in the end, they lose. Look at daddy.
Guys, every game artist needs to see this.
Yo, was that her with the horns?
Beyonce?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
No.
Hold and manipulation over your soul, and you giving it to him by serving these demonic entities that he's putting in front of you because he got control of them. But in the end, they lose. Look at daddy. Look at what Aaliyah was doing before she got caught up in that shit. Got caught up with Robert Kelly, Jay-Z, Dame Dad, all these celebrities done been around Aaliyah, sacrificing her the whole time for her talent. She's just a poor little girl, just want to sing. What's going on? All this shit. Beyonce starting to look like an industry plant. It looked like they put her, then they tried to recreate her with the Tyler girl, and they tried to make her industry plant, but it ain't working. How it work? Because y'all ain't taking the charge that y'all took from Beyonce with the Tyler girl. They trying to replace Beyonce because she getting old now. Yeah. So now the demons and the goddamn deities of Satan, they trying to find another Beyonce, but they want to get you to sell your soul to become that. That's why I got up out that industry. Man, I was around them people, man. I used to be around Jay-Z and Beyonce. I used to be around Kim and Kanye. I was signed to DJ Khaled. I done been on tour with Lil Wayne and Birdman. I seen the evil that they do behind the scenes. And it's a whole lot of evil going on that you can't see. They praying to Satan. They sacrificing their soul to Lucifer. They doing witchcraft. They doing all this dog shit, playing with all kind of spiritual forces, trying to summon money. They summoning money. They praying for fame. Yeah, it's all vanity though, man. And that's why at the end of their career, they give them a Hollywood star and put it on the floor and let you spit and walk all over their star, all over their name. You used to couldn't reach them. Now you can walk all over them because they burning in hell. And that star is the Baphomet symbol. That's the signal to let you know. They ain't hiding it. They put it right in front of you. But you just too slow. Stay woke. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hype me up. Y'all make sure y'all hit that follow button. And make sure you subscribe. We the business.
Yeah, shout out to Nino Brown, man. Y'all check him out on this platform. I think you got Nino Brown, his regular channel, and then Nino Brown Sports. He was low-key kind of cooking with that. Now, I agree and disagree. Dope video. But I don't think everybody that's into it. And the crazy part about it is it's funny how any and everybody that has some type of popularity or is on top of their game, it don't even have to happen for the people that's on top of their game. Just once somebody start becoming too popular, all of a sudden they get associated with doing some crazy weird shit or whatever. And it just kill me with the conspiracy theories of how so many people be coming up with. Like, I came across something on the internet recently, and matter of fact, it had to deal with Blueface and Nevaeh. And the fact that,
oh, by the way, they just had their baby.
Yeah, congratulations for that, man. Hopefully the baby is healthy and all that.
Yeah.
But the fact that she was dealing with Blueface and Krishan was coming up there to the house and all that shit or whatever before the baby shower. Some female and a chick was like, oh, that's a humiliation ritual, this, and that. I've been seeing so many people talk about, oh, this is the humiliation ritual, that's the humiliation ritual. Like, what about standing in front of the fucking county line for generations and shit like that? Is that some type of fucking humiliation ritual?
For real.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's funny that people are quick to just point out certain things and then label it with certain stuff without circumstantial facts behind it. So that's why I don't want to necessarily talk on the fact of, well, people be sacrificing people and this and that. At the end of the day, any and everything is possible, but no, every situation isn't the same. So just like how Nino Brown was saying that there's people that's worshiping certain people and shit like that, and like, yes, I've heard about a lot of that stuff. I've seen people act funny and shit like that, but yes, I do know that people be they the same way you pray good over your food, people pray certain things over. Hey, I hope the Young Miami song spin that captivate the lives of so many people and they're entranced with the song. And then next thing you know, now this song is blowing up, being pushed by everybody that's out there consciously trying to push the record out there. So yes, a lot of shit like that happened behind the doors and behind the scenes and shit like that. But every situation isn't the same. And that's the only thing that I want to really put a disclaimer out there, because people think that everybody's situation is the same, and it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the stuff people are doing against their will or their knowledge. Some of the stuff people are doing with the knowledge of what they're doing, and they're going along with it just for the ride and the fame. So dope video. Some of the stuff is kind of questionable, because like how he said, he was with DJ Khaled, and DJ Khaled's situation wasn't the best for him, because DJ Khaled was doing some underhanded shit. Like, if you look at DJ Khaled, what successful artists that DJ Khaled had? Ace Hood went under. Nino Brown never really actually took off with his career. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people that don't have successful careers in the music industry, they get on the internet and they come act like they're prophets and saying like, oh, this was happening and I couldn't go here because of X, Y, and Z. No, you wasn't actually per se talented enough, or put in it could be a combination of things. Like, you might not be the most talented person, but then you got people hating on you also. So that's a twofold to where your career don't end up being the way that it's supposed to be. So, there's a lot of people that have been in the industry that never really got the chance that they should have. And I don't want to say that they're bitter or anything, but that's kind of a cover story to why they didn't make it to the big stage like everybody else or whatever. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and it isn't all devilish. So what's your thoughts on all that shit, bro?
I mean, he made his little points on one part.
Yeah.
That he was saying, okay, yeah, Beyonce, they looking for the new Beyonce to hold the throne such as hers, because she's out of here and they're looking for someone new. What are they gonna have to do to become in that role of Beyonce as the queen? You know what I'm saying? Who has that potential right now as a young artist to fill that space? Popularity wise, you got I don't even want to say it. The most popular one I would say right now will be, with Taylor Swift out of there, will probably be Sabrina Carter. Sabrina Carter, new artist, young. Anyone that's in that genre, I'm talking about, they trying to find someone to be like where Beyonce is at right now. They trying to boost her up right now at that young age. Who are they boosting to fill that space? And what do they got to do behind the scenes to get there? Because just that little play right there, sit on my lap. Who should have said no? Just give me the phone.
Hey, somehow that Michael Jackson song wouldn't have came out.
What's that?
I said somehow, if you would have said no or been difficult, somehow that song that they was working on wouldn't have came out. They would have found somebody else to be on that record.
Yeah, see? So that was a small sacrifice, I would say, for the moment. You know what I mean? He wanted to get his rocks off real quick. But hell, who's next in line? What do they got to do? Or are they going to be difficult to work with? You know what I mean? The music industry is really changing. It's like it's taking a whole different path, you know, when it comes to streaming, the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's when people say industry plants, like, to me, I see there's no such thing as an industry plant anymore because they're out looking for the top. They're out there looking for the talent that's out there in front of their face that they can't see. They got their scouts out there looking on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So there's no planting involved.
I disagree, bro. It's still ways to put these artists out there out of nowhere and increase their viewership. Just it's ways to build people up.
But this is my point is they are no longer finding the talent the traditional way now. It's a whole new ball game now. You feel me?
I believe it's kind of a new ball game, but there still are people. Everybody that's signed isn't an insider, and everybody that's on isn't somebody that got on because of their talents. So it's kind of some industry plant-ish stuff going on, and then you got the regular people. Because one thing I do agree with, any and everybody can be a star nowadays because of social media. So if you got some type of crowd that people follow you, labels will start looking into you and all that other stuff. But certain labels, they'll try to mimic that same shit by putting a nobody in a situation where they're having all these different connections and shit like that. Nepotism is real. Now, it may not be a person like Adam Sandler. It's not dealing with music, but Adam Sandler got his kid, his daughter, in all these movies. Paris Hilton, Nicole Hilton. Wait, what's that? Lionel Richie's daughter. Nicole Richie. Her daughter's on the scene now, and she's become popular and shit like that. So that's kind of more directly. But people got nephews and nieces, and once you pull back the curtain and figure out who their lineage is, it's like, oh, you're related to this person. So there still have nepotism going on in the industry, but it's not as organic as how it used to be before, as far as people having raw talent. Matter of fact, Brian just said this. Brian said, everyone gets a star these days. It used to be prestigious and earn honor. Yeah, you can buy a star for like $80,000. You can like, before I used to think that the stars was just given, because the same way with platinum plaques, the platinum plaques that I got, you have to buy those. It's like $600, $1,200 or whatever, or $2,000. It can range from the size of the plaques and everything. But unless you did so many records, labels will probably purchase it for you in a way to try to make you negotiate with a better deal with them. They'll do little shit like that. But otherwise, those type of awards and shit like that, you have to purchase that shit. So yeah, man. At the end of the day, it's a business, and the business is moving numbers in units. Brian said, any ever find it weird that most, if not all, Disney kid stars have a singing career also to push their sexuality to the public? Yeah, and we've seen a lot of those kids turn out crazy because of all the weird shit that was going on behind the scenes. Talent isn't always grown and nurtured these days. It's groomed and manufactured. Yeah, I can't really name somebody specifically, but I can do my research and throw out a couple of people that we thought that organically just blew up out of nowhere, but it was actually connected to somebody and kind of fooled the audience and shit like that. Like some people were saying that Doshi, you know, that Kendrick TDE artist was an industry plant. Like Baby King, when he came out, people didn't know that that was Kendrick relative. You know what I'm saying? He ended up doing a song with Drake, and then once Drake figured out that Baby King was related to Kendrick, then he took him off a record and shit. So there still is nepotism in the industry going on. Yeah, that's why Baby King project, it has so many subliminal disses toward Drake and shit, because they kind of had a relationship, but then once he kind of figured out that he was Kendrick relative, shit just went left. So yeah, the industry is definitely shady. Got a lot of dirty people. Hey, appreciate everybody that's pulling up on that platform. You feel me? Oh shit. Yeah, and make sure y'all hit the like, retweet, whatever it is. Make sure you get us in the algorithm. Brian said, remember making the band? Yeah, that shit was funny. Man, I actually auditioned for that shit, and I made it to the second part of the casting, but I guess I didn't make it to the finale and everything. So yeah, that was an experience within itself and shit or whatever. But I think it might, bro. It might. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy. But yeah, that was like I said, that was a dope video from Nino Brown and everything. You got any closing remarks, bro, before we get up out of here?
I can't really think of too much. I mean, I pretty much say what I got to say about that right there. I mean, there's some interesting things there. Mostly some conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying earlier, you know, proof. Bring me the proof. I want to see the proof. You know what I'm saying? I bet you Diddy got all the proof on them hard drives, though. But you know, that type of proof. You show me that. You say what you want to say on this internet here. Without the proof, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're saying is just a conspiracy. I need to know.
Is nothing. But I also do think, let's not get it twisted or fucked up. I do also think a lot of conspiracies are facts that haven't been popularized, because we've seen a lot of situations that people talked about stuff and people like, what the hell are you talking about? And then all of a sudden, years later, it'll come out to be true. So sometimes some of these conspiracy theories are actual facts. It's just the fact that it isn't popularized to where a lot of people know it. And then some of this stuff is just people putting different random shit together, and then all of a sudden everybody is part of whatever the fuck it is. Honestly, at the end of the day, stories sell. Sensationalized headlines. That's the reason why the tabloids are so big for a long ass time. They would have fake story after fake story, selling fucking millions of copies, putting bullshit out there. You know what I'm saying? But do they even still have the tabloids out nowadays? What was that, the National
For
Enquirer
real? Yeah, that was some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So, Kentucky woman has alien baby.
Yeah, nigga, like shit like that, bro. Like, come on. Like, what? For real? So it is what it is. We just gotta really be mindful of the shit that's going on, because people say a lot of shit just to get attention, just to sell stories and stuff. And I'd rather be rooted in the truth of stuff that we can actually prove, because basically it's he say, she say shit, and there's no actual factual proof behind it to where we can have a solid direction behind that. Miss Bat Boy chasing after Jenna Bush. Oh, I said I miss Bat Boy chasing after Jenna Bush. Most legends are based on some fact, same as rumors. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So I'm not gonna say all that stuff is false that people be making up, but I think a lot of people use their platforms to put 50s on a Honda, to where there's this much of truth and then this much of a lie, or down there this much of a lie. I can't even get it in the picture. That's how much motherfuckers be lying and shit. So my thing is, we're not going to be lying on this platform. We're going to try to keep that shit as factual as we can be. We have a dope discussion, a dope platform for that. And damn, it was something else I was about to say or whatever, but shit. Yeah, I'm about to think about it once we done with this shit though. But yeah, another dope conversation, man. Nah, I don't know. Because I was about to say basically like the music industry isn't really the same. Streaming kind of fucked it up to where sales aren't really selling the way that they're doing that. So they have to come with some extra packaging with whatever product that they're trying to sell and shit like that. But that wasn't everything that I was about to say though. But hey, man, dope conversation. Appreciate OG Corndog for pulling up. Appreciate Brian, Splashy, Monkey Bot, a couple other people and stuff. But make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like. On the way out, if you watch on a replay, you know, hit that, bookmark the video, retweet it, do whatever it is, get us in the algorithm. I appreciate that. We go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Y'all make sure y'all be there. And shit, man, on that note, we out. So peace.
Yo, you now rocking with classic music. Now what I want you to do is hit that like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Yeah, let's get it.